what's up, you guys? I am here with a video that I've been planning for a long time. And this easily could be multiple parts, but I'm just choosing to do 5 WWE DVD releases, go into a countdown, that should have been released as documentaries. And I'm not counting DVDs, like let's say the Macho Man, collection, which was later, we later got the documentary. So I'm not counting wrestlers who had DVD compilations before but then got a documentary. I'm just talking straight up, never got a documentary and should have, with the DVDs that were released for them, or the concept. So let's start off with a big one here. This one may surprise some people, but the best of WWE at Madison Square Garden. It would have been phenomenal if this was a documentary about Madison Square Garden. Even if you don't have the rights to make a documentary about it, you could easily make the rights to have a documentary about the history of the WWE/F at Madison Square Garden. I thought that would have been phenomenal. Talk about Bruno Sammartino, talk about the sellouts, talk about the history, the title changes that occurred there. And, it's a beautiful DVD, but it's just a compilation of stuff we've mostly already seen. And unfortunately, a lot of it's just, like I said, pay-per-view stuff. We get a lot of just very known stuff. So they really missed this opportunity to give a really in-depth look about what Madison Square Garden means, not to WWE, but wrestling in general. Like, my God. Like, they screwed the pooch on that one. Next up, we have the Finn Balor for Everyone DVD. Of course, we did get the signed exclusive, the UK version, Fremantle release. And then, of course, we had the regular one in the US. And all this is a match compilation. You do have some stories and stuff like that, but nothing in-depth detail about who he is as a person. You don't have his roots, how he grew up. This would have been a great 1.5, 2-hour documentary about his time in Japan, everything, which they would never do that. But it's just, this is the last superstar, wrestler-related DVD I think we ever got. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, because like I said, this could have been a really great documentary for people that really don't know his history. A lot of people just know him for New Japan and NXT, where he goes back way farther than that, So it would have been cool. And then next up, we have 30 years of SummerSlam. This is a great one. This easily could have been a history of SummerSlam DVD. And it's unfortunate because this is supposed to be your second biggest event of the year. I would love for them to just do what they did with the True Story of WrestleMania and go back, explore the roots of SummerSlam, talk about the origins, even if they're not going to be completely honest. But still, SummerSlam's a very historic event. It's been going on for, 32 years now. But, this would have been good stuff. Make a documentary about it. You have so much history. You have, so many stories, so many great storylines. Talk about the match made in heaven. You can talk about SummerSlam 92. You can make a documentary about SummerSlam 92 on its own. It's just such a missed opportunity, just thrown together. All of this has been released before. You had the anthology right there. You had the pay-per-view DVDs. Come on. Everyone has this already. Give us a documentary. And moving right on to our next one, 30 years of SummerSlam. Another one that could have been a documentary. At least, this is the only good thing I'll say about this, at least it has a countdown. The top 30 moments. Yippee. But, once again, this easily could have been a great documentary. Survivor Series is my favorite WWE pay-per-view every year. It always has been. I don't want to see the top 30 moments. I don't want to see a match compilation. I want a documentary. A very interesting documentary on, so many things. You can talk about The Undertaker. You can talk about one of my favorite matches ever, the traditional Survivor Series matches. why, you can talk about why Survivor Series even exists. It was used as competition. So that would have been a great story. But I feel like they wouldn't even admit that. So, like, the only reason Survivor Series existed at the time was to compete. But nobody knows that. You know, it's unfortunate. You know, this is their second longest running pay-per-view. And it's just, you know, whatever. But number 5, like I said, I could probably come up with a part 2 of this easily. But number 5, we have The Miz, A-list superstar. I would absolutely kill for a Miz documentary. It writes itself. It seriously does. He was on The Real World, obviously. He had that Miz character. He would carry around that stupid toy belt, jump off the bed onto people, give elbow drops. He would give promos in the middle of the house. Everyone would laugh at him. But he made it. That's your documentary. Like I said, it writes itself. Literally, it is how he made a name for himself when he beat all the odds. He's not that athletically impressive. He was a doofus on the Raw Women's or the Raw Divas search. He botched that one, but he still made it somehow. So that, I feel like that's a really interesting story. I've always loved The Miz. So why the hell not give him a good 2-hour documentary about his life? Look at him. Look at his life now. He has his reality show, which, you know, I haven't watched it, but some people out there like it. Talk about that, his return to reality television. But no, we just instead get a 2-disc set. And you can even talk about his WrestleMania 27 match, where a lot of people didn't think he should have ever won the Money in the Bank and cashed in on Randy Orton. And you can talk about the backlash from that. You can talk about the video package from WrestleMania 27. One of the best produced packages they've ever put together. So this, to me, is like the biggest wasted opportunity on a DVD ever. Like, this was horrible. I mean, it's great if you want a match compilation, but they've given up. Let's be honest. But, yeah, if you guys can think of any below, I mean, there's so many more. The Goldberg collection, that could have been a documentary. You know, I'm just looking over here right now, and there's so many you could do. Like, we never had a really, really good women's documentary DVD. Well, we did have the Lita DVD, but that's kind of close. Yeah, that's close to a documentary. But, you know what I'm saying. This easily could have been, I don't know, this whole list just could have been so much better. And, like, even the SmackDown Anniversary DVD, the one that just came out, the 20th anniversary, that was just bullshit too. That could have been a really cool documentary, or you could have put like the Raw box set right there, Raw 20. You could have put 20 great SmackDown episodes together, especially from like the early 2000s. That stuff is gold. That's never seen DVD. So whatever. Give me your list down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. For now, this has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.